Wow, y'all are so quiet without me to support you. Okay, I do talk about my clapping a lot. It's because I think that, God made lesbians to make up for dads. So, everything that an absentee father would do when they finally show up for your graduation, just like clapping the hell out of the place, I do to show that I love and support all of you. I'm glad that you appreciate my service. So I think that, my outfit answers the question of who's a good boy. It's me. So I've been experimenting with my presentation a little. I recently started using they, them pronouns. A little spicy, I know. The thing about being sort of I'm not sure if I'm agender, genderqueer, what I am. All I know is that I go from being super femme sometimes to being now I'm a little boy who throws rocks at God, and that's me today. But I will say that no matter how I dress, I'm always trying to emulate the energy of being a twink version of the clown from Candyland. You know that guy, the peppermint guy? Okay, so I see that this may have gone over your heads. It's all right. I don't have other hobbies. I just play Candyland all the time. So I wanted to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, as I'm sure it is to all of the gays here. Yes, it is the 2017 movie version of Stephen King's It. I'm sure you all saw that coming. I got into this movie through a very circuitous route where I heard that it was going to be gay. I heard that 2 of the kids were gay, and I was like, great, I'm on board for it, I love this, watched it, very homoerotic, very homoerotic. The thing is, it looks like they're going to make the sequel, which is coming out this week, actually gay, textually gay. One of the characters is going to be textually gay, and I know this because in the pre-reviews, everyone's been saying that Bill Hader is going to be an Oscar contender for the movie. And straight people love saying that when straight people play gay people, is he an Oscar contender, And I think that we, the gays, should take that for ourselves. We should start using it. I think that's what we should say, you should meet my friend Matt, he's a total Oscar contender. What a catch. I think it loses a little something though when you don't say it in that straight person voice, how they say it is he an Oscar contender, whoever you marry, the Oscar contender that you're going to marry, the way they say it when they talk to gay people. So I've been gay for a while, most of my life, and the only people who didn't realize it immediately were my parents, and you've all seen me, you can all see me physically right now. And my parents could see me physically for 24 years, no idea. I did a gender and sexuality studies degree in college, and they were just oh, she's a really good ally, she really cares about human rights. I could have literally brought a woman home to the house, and they would have been Charlotte's so feminist, she's gonna smash that fucking pussy because she believes in women. Listen though, don't get it twisted. I know I did just drop the P word there, but I am a very firm believer that lesbians, including me, should know how to give blowjobs. I'm a lesbian who's good at blowjobs, which I think that we should talk about more in the community. The thing is, when you say you're a lesbian who's good at blowjobs, people suddenly have a lot of questions. They suddenly become these dick detectives. They're so who should have received the blowjob, And it's a woman. I gave a woman a blowjob. But they just have so many questions. They make it into a word problem. They're who was, who, what, where, what, when, why, how, what, when. And it's I think you misunderstood the concept of consent a little in this conversation, because I agreed to, put the penis in my mouth. I didn't agree for you to ride my dick so hard about it. I think that people sometimes get confused about sort of the concept of lesbians who give blowjobs only because they've been talking to TERFs. Now, who here is familiar with what a TERF is? Okay, a few of you. So a TERF is a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, and that is a person who believes that trans women are not women, and they believe that having a uterus and a vagina are super important parts of being a woman. Which is ridiculous. Womanhood is not about, vaginas. It's about storing all your plastic bags in one big plastic bag in case you need them later. Okay, so I have a few more jokes and then I will get out of here. So I recently started grad school. I'm doing library science, and the cliche is that library science is full of gay people. And it's kind of true. I mean, I showed up for my first day of job training and we did an icebreaker where we were supposed to say our name and our pronouns and an adjective to describe ourselves. And the girl next to me raised her hand and she went, Scorpio! And I was like, okay, homo, the problem with being in a program with lots of gay people is they're lovely, they're wonderful, I feel a lot of solidarity with them, but they understand me a little too well, and I'm not comfortable with that. I went to a gay bar, the one gay bar in town, you all know, Prism. Well, it's not the one, but it's like the main one, I guess, whatever. So I went there with a bunch of my classmates, and we were all like white girl dancing. I am not myself a white girl, but spiritually and choreographically I am. So we were white girl dancing, we were all a little drunk, and one girl turns to me and she says, you always assume people don't like you until you get so defensive, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and no one's ever going to get along with you if you're like this all the time. And I was like, okay, so we just had therapy hour. I get it, we're all homosexual here, we've all psychoanalyzed ourselves, we all get it. And then I had to leave and cry outside the club for a few minutes just to deal with the emotions that she brought up in me. So that wasn't a joke, that was just a sad fact about my life last night. So thank you all for listening to me as I, use you for free therapy, god fucking damn, and I also need that speech therapy, clearly. Thank you all for your time. I've been Charlotte, I guess. Thank you.